Well, life can be wonderful, laughter, good times, and contentment, but bad things do happen. And you can't walk through this life for very long without being touched by unhappiness or pain or sadness. And that's when we come together here at LCM.
And this, brothers and sisters, is where our script shifts a little bit. Today we've had lots of fun, and we still have a little jocularity to come. But just to be clear, the scripted part of our day, our morning, is kind of ending now. And Judy and Brad are here to share some of their own real and personal stories with you. So where have you seen this in your life, Judy?
Well, in many small ways. I'm sorry about my voice. My son, Matthew William Hall, was a free spirit. He was a beautiful person. He was an artist. He was full of life, and he was looking forward to more of it when he was hit with schizophrenia. And that was shortly after he came out of high school. He had all these plans, but when the illness hit, it changed everything. The friends disappeared, the plans disappeared, the hopes disappeared. And he fought those demons for 6 years, and then finally ended the battle by taking his own life. He was 25. I was devastated. I'd like to tell you that I immediately went to my knees and asked my God to be with me and give me strength, but that didn't happen. I didn't do that. I couldn't listen. I couldn't hear him. The church family gathered around me, and you lifted me so I could begin to heal. There were messages of sympathy and condolence. There were cards and little letters and notes. One in particular I remember often from a person who I didn't even know at that point. And she told me about her experience with suicide in her family. And I didn't feel alone. People would give me little gifts, a little bottle of hand lotion, and say, take care of yourself. And they would call me. And several times I broke up in church in those first months, and invariably in that afternoon somebody would call, how are you? Are you well? Hugs. And what I used to call the pats. Because people would come up to me, you know how we gather in the narthex talking as usual, after a service, and I would feel it. People would come up and do this, or on my back. And sometimes just kind of keep going or just smile. I need to tell you how important it was, what a difference it made. As I began to heal, I began to realize something that I should have been aware of all along. But when you're caught up in that kind of pain, your life is a little wacky. But I was looking for God. I was looking for God's peace. Where are you? And then I realized you were the messengers. You were having me have my peace from him through what you did for me. And it lifted me, and it's big. We are his messengers, and we need to keep messaging to ourselves, to each other, and to the world. And finally, I want to say that it doesn't go away. It would be nice if you could take these kinds of things, especially when it's your children, and tuck them away somewhere, and it's all okay. Among people who deal with the mentally ill, families and so on, there's a saying, and the saying is, they lost him twice. And that means you lost a child, first to the illness, and then to suicide. And that kind of combination is very common with mentally ill people. And so I'm one of those who say I lost him twice. But here's the thing. It does come back to you. Somebody said to me not too long ago, in the context of a situation where I reacted rather abruptly to something, and she said to me, it never goes away, does it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But see, here's the big one for me. When I think about those times, when I think about my son, especially when he was a little boy and was going to church here, and it hurts, but see, it comes wrapped in your kindness. That whole experience is wrapped in what you did for me. And it makes it easier. So to this day, I feel that peace, and I want to thank you for it.
Thank you, Judy. It's a powerful story of faith. Thank you. Thank you.